What is up, everybody? This is day one of the series, The Prosthetic Hand. You know what's supposed to happen on day one? Planning and research. But guess what? I already did planning and research, and I have an idea. So let's start with the prototype. Here we go. Alright, so first here I'm just drawing the basic outline of the joints and just making them squares so it's easy and I can just throw it together and make a quick prototype to test how it's going to work and if it will work. Alright, I just finished the 3 joints for the index finger, and I think for the prototype I will just do the index finger, but possibly the whole hand. But we will see. Here's what it looks like so far. Hopefully you saw that all right. Now I'm going to work on the ligaments to connect the joints together. Alright, so I'm trying to get it to make the ligaments out of different kinds of materials, trying to find the best option. So I had to drill a hole so then I can connect them both. Then I'm just using a mini saw to cut all of the pieces because I tried using scissors, kind of like scissors, metal cutters, to cut them, which is what I usually do, to cut popsicle sticks, but it was not working. It was just breaking the sticks, so I just used the mini saw. Then I'm just adding some spacers from my extra pieces that didn't work. And now I'm working on putting in the actual bendy part of the ligament, which I use rubber bands for. And I'm just trimming off the excess now. Alright guys, I just finished the ligaments. So, this pin is our bendy point. So, yeah. So I tried to use cardboard for the connector pieces, but I realized it was not going to be strong enough, so I changed to a popsicle stick, but then they were too short and they couldn't move, and so I made them longer, and then I realized ligaments are also kind of bendy and stretchy like rubber bands, so I wrapped a rubber band on each point, so now when it bounces back a little. So yeah, that's the artificial finger so far. Next is the tendons. I bet you can't guess the thing that acts really closely to tendons. Yep, it's rubber bands. Alright, here we go. First test with the tendon. This is a rubber band. Here we go. Okay, so it kind of works. It works, but you have to pull it quite a bit for it to actually bend just a little bit. So guess what? I actually knew this already because I did my research. So what I actually need to do is use something stronger. If I was going to build the real finger, I would not use what I'm about to use. I would use fishing line. So it's braided fishing line that I would use. But for now, I'm just going to use yarn. And that's kind of similar. But yeah, this should work better. I've not tested it yet. So guys, next time you make a prosthetic finger, an artificial finger, you will know. Don't use a rubber band because it takes a lot of energy and you have to lengthen it a lot to make it bend enough. And it's just not great. So now you know that tendons are really strong and are not very flexible like rubber bands, but they are still bendable and malleable and flexible, but not as much as rubber bands. Alright, well, here is basically the final prototype of the finger. So, this is how much better the string works. See how much farther it bends? And how much less effort and length you have to go. Just pop. Just like that. Way easier. Well, next week, or whenever I make day 2, we're going to work on making it better and designing more things for it. See you later.